This video is intended to show you how to set up a Google Doc for an MLA research paper. The first thing that you would like to do is to come up here and choose your font. Your selections won't be as numerous as mine because I've added a whole bunch over the course of time. However, you will have the same font that I have, and it's down here towards the bottom. It's called Times New Roman. Select Times New Roman, and the font size must be set to 12. The next thing that you need to check to make sure is that you have 1-inch margins around every side of the paper. To do that, go to File, Page Setup, and check to make sure your margins are defaulted to 1 inch. If they are not, just simply type 1.0 for the top, bottom, left, and right margins. Select OK. The next thing you want to do is to make sure that you insert your page numbers. We'll come up here to Insert. You'll come down here to Header and Page Numbers, and you'll choose Page Number. Now, this is the selection that you would like to make. You want the page numbers in the top right-hand corner. You'll notice that the number 1 appears in a gray box at the top of the right-hand side of the paper. Using your arrow buttons on your keyboard, put the blinking cursor in front of the 1. Now type in your last name very carefully so as not to erase the number. You want to make sure that your name is properly capitalized, and you want to make sure that you put a space in between your last name and the number. Now, once again, using the arrow buttons on your keyboard, put the blinking cursor in front of your name. Now, enter once. We do this because all page numbers need to be 1/2 inch from the top, and returning the page number once puts it at approximately 1/2 inch from the top. In order to close out the header and get rid of this gray line, simply click down here in the document anywhere, and it disappears. Now, every time you enter another page, your page number will automatically increase by 1. The next thing you want to do is to put your line spacing to double space. To do this, we come up here to Formatting, Line Space, and you want to select Double. Now, everything that you do is going to be double spaced. The next is the heading. The heading is very specific. It is going to appear justified on the left-hand side of the paper. You're going to start off with your name. Hit Enter. Then you're going to go to your teacher's name. Enter. Then you want to include the class name. Enter. And then you're going to include the date. The date should be in the format of day, month, year. I personally suggest doing something close to the due date. You don't have that date right now, but if you do, I would use that. I'm going to actually just use today's date, and I can update it later. So today's date is 28 of February of 2018. Now, the next thing that we're going to need to include is the title, so I'm going to enter again. Notice each time I enter, I only enter once. The title needs to be centered on the page. So I'm going to come up here and click Center Align, and I'm going to type the topic of my paper and use that as the title of my paper. So I'm doing a research paper on cell phone use in schools. Once you're done, then simply click Enter again. And now you want to go back and you want to left justify or left align your text. So you're going to select the left align. Now, here's where you're going to start writing your research paper. However, At the beginning of every paragraph, you must tab once to indicate that you are starting a paragraph. So I'll click the tab key. My cursor moves over technically 1/2 inch, and then this is where and that is how you set up a document in order to meet the MLA requirements. Thank you.